Well, hey YouTube, so today guys, we're back here with another review, and today we have a review here at the LG enV Touch VX11000, guys. So this is a retro smartphone, guys. You could say this is probably one of the last major releases before the smartphone era begun with the iPhone 1 and also the original Droid phone as well. And this phone has a really special place in my heart. This was the first cell phone I ever owned, and even today, it still does certain things better than smartphones, which is crazy because in 2020 we have really powerful smartphones with the highest end specs and all the bells and whistles you can ask for, whether it's modular cameras on some of those Moto phones, whether it's the facial recognition of the new iPhones, and there's a lot of different things. So let's just say that there's many different things, but there are certain things that make this phone special. Depending on your region, the name of this phone could also be called the LG Voyager 2. In certain places, that's what they're called. Let's get into this, guys. So this phone was released on June 5th, 2009, if you're wondering. So yeah, it's been more than 10 years since the launch of this phone. What makes this thing special is you have an exterior touchscreen like this, right? Which, I'll be honest with you, this is a major complaint. This is not a capacitive screen. This is one of those screens where you can only type on it once, tap it once. And as a result, it's crap. And at this point, it doesn't even work. Like, not at all. It literally doesn't work. So you would slide this way to unlock the phone. Let me just unlock it using the other method, which is just simply opening up the phone. And the keyboard still works great. There's a little bit of RGB that you could see in the darkness. I mean, I don't know how important. You see that? You see how I just got a little dimmer because you're not using it? But once you do this, it makes it all RGB. And that's pretty cool, guys. RGB in 2009? Like, damn, that's pretty great. That's pretty cool, actually. I mean, you can't take that stuff for granted, guys. So, yeah, let's get into the camera here if you're wondering. I mean, the camera is pretty awful. I'm going to take a picture and you guys can see exactly what it looks like. I mean, to be fair, guys, I don't know what you expect from an 11-year-old phone. Here's what it looks like. For the time, like, it wasn't that bad. I'll be honest with you. It actually was a decent little camera on here. And the keyboard itself is a nice QWERTY keyboard. Very nice. Very easy to type with. I love typing with this thing. This was the best keyboard I had on any phone ever. To be fair, it was the only phone I ever had with a keyboard, so maybe not the best argument. My first smartphone came at the very end of that era of the flip phones and the non-smartphones, you know what I'm saying? So this came in right at the end. This phone was competing with a phone called the LG Dare, which is funny because they actually make both of the phones. This is also an LG phone from Verizon, so it's kind of funny how, they had both of the major ones, but the enV Touch, I think, was the superior one. This phone costed like $300 at the time, which is more than some budget smartphones are today, and let's just say those smartphones have a lot more power than this. So it's pretty crazy to see. I also love that it has dual speakers right here. Right here, the speakers on the left, the speakers on the right. I mean, that's pretty awesome. I mean, you can't take that stuff for granted, guys. And it sounds pretty okay. Let's do a test. Let's also see this thing can make videos. So we're gonna turn the video mode on here, which we will do in a sec. I'm just putting it on. I haven't used this thing in a while. I'm just trying to remember exactly how I do this. Unfortunately, guys, because the touchscreen doesn't really work anymore, you would have to go through the main menu here and click record video. So here it is, guys. This thing is going to record a video. Let's record a video of my screen so you guys can see. So we're going to also test the audio. We're going to test the visuals. We're going to test the frame rate. We're going to test all that stuff. I don't know how important that is to you. But hey, I really could see a very specific person enjoying a phone like this. Maybe who's somebody who's overwhelmed by smartphones but still wants to have some type of versatility. I mean, doesn't even have 4G. I believe this is a 3G enabled phone, which kind of is unfortunate. But, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. So, guys, let's watch the video together here. We're going to see the audio, the visuals, and you guys saw the pictures already, so I don't think you guys expect too much. But let's see. Here we go. We're going to also test the audio, we're going to test the visuals, we're going to test the frame rate, we're going to test all that stuff. I don't know how important that is to you, but hey, I really could be just a very specific person enjoying a phone like this. Maybe there's somebody who's overwhelmed by smartphones but still wants to have some type of versatility. I mean, this doesn't even have 4G. I believe this is a 3G enabled phone, which kind of is unfortunate, but it's not. Okay, cut off there. I don't know why, to be honest with you, but I think that gives you kind of a good overview of that. So yeah, if you want to call somebody, there's a few ways to call. You can obviously, you can go to new messages right here if you want to send somebody a message. You would also do something like this in contacts. You go into contacts right here, and that's how you would call somebody. I apologize. So yes, that's a few ways of doing it on here. You got something called VZ Navigator. This is like their GPS application. This still exists, by the way. It's still garbage today, which is kind of sad. Music. Do you want to use music? The browser, there was an internet browser on here. Back in that time, the limited data was actually more common than it is now, which is funny. And limited data used to be pushed all the time because people couldn't do much with their phone. I mean, the phones themselves didn't have that many capabilities, so companies had no problem doing that, you know. I mean, you can actually the cool thing, they had a whole app store on here. I don't know if that thing still exists anymore. We can check, guys. Games, it's called. Let's find out if this thing still exists. I doubt it. I truly doubt it. So these are the games I purchased. I actually bought games on this, guys. Monopoly, Need for Speed, Resident Evil. That was a demo, and the Tetris was a demo as well. But let's see if the new applications thing still exists. I doubt it. Yeah, unable to verify your account. So that all that really means is that you don't have an active data connection, which doesn't mean it won't work. Here's Need for Speed. Do you want sound? I do not want sound because I'm concerned about copyright. But I doubt this game, just the visual of it, in the whole grand scheme of this video here. But you could play an actual game on here too. Like this thing was a bot. I'm not gonna play it for you, but I mean you could play a game on here. I mean you have some hotkeys here. The hotkeys are like to raise the volume. And you have a whole little interface here to do that. This is a lock button. You lock your screen. It's really meant for people like this. The good news is you can actually use this to unlock your screen. So there is another way to get there. And, let's say this phone was working. All of a sudden your call, your messages, and everything was down there. Think about how useful that would be back in the day. It was. Let me tell you that. I mean, I remember I had a friend in 6th grade who had this phone and was playing that Need for Speed game. And at the time, I was so blown away by that I just had to buy this phone and spend all my money because I didn't have much money back then, Yeah, so, you have the call button right here. You can use this to call people. This is a micro SD card slot, so it's still relevant even today, which is awesome. This is an 11-year-old phone. I actually used this thing today to transfer some pictures out of here because who knows when this thing will break down. 11 years is more than you can ask for from a phone. So yeah, just to be sure, I put all the files into the micro SD card, which you could do natively on the device itself. You don't even need a computer, and then you take the SD card and you just plug it into your computer. So really. I mean, it also has a micro USB port. Remember when headphone jacks were a thing? This is Dolby headphone jack, so expect some pretty high quality stuff on there, to be honest with you. The hinges are pretty secure, guys. The hinges work pretty good. These two hinges are going strong, and I've dropped this thing many times, and I don't even have a case on this thing either, which is pretty crazy, guys. And here's the camera. It's the 3.2 megapixels from a company called Schneider, guys. Never heard of them, to be honest with you. But it has a nice metal bezel with a flash. But overall, guys, that's enough. I really like this phone. I've been using it recently just to kind of get rid of stuff, and it's a pleasure to even use it today. And I have to be honest with you, I don't get those with the early Android phones. The Motorola Droid X, which I have. The original Moto E. Moto E is okay, but that Droid phone is garbage, guys, even today. And this phone functions a lot better without it. It's a much simpler UI, but like I said, this could be for a specific person could enjoy this. So if you do want to buy this phone, yes, you can still buy this on Amazon. International link will be on GearBest, guys. Make sure you check out the Pete Bose t-shirt. Make sure you check it out. Guys, it's 50% off. Make sure you check it out. Also, guys, you want to see this video earlier? It's on my website, guys. By the time you see this has been on my website for hours because I have to edit the video on YouTube and stuff. So check it out, guys. Sometimes I post content there in more than hours in advance, sometimes days in advance. So definitely check out the website. The links will be down below. Also, guys, if you don't want to do any of that stuff, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, favorite, put on notification bell, turn off ad block. All that stuff supports me. And check out my girlfriend's amazing content on this channel. We are working on more stuff in terms of apparel and stuff like that. So, thank you and bye.